From a cop having a showdown with a street racing trio in Arkansas, a stolen Ferrari who ran from 3 different state police, and a speeding BMW falling foul to GSP. Here are the craziest high-speed chases caught on Dashcam. On May 8, 2021, Georgia State Patrol Trooper Jordan Ennis was patrolling McDaniel Street in Fulton County when he spotted a black Dodge Challenger known to have previously fled from law enforcement before. Upon entering the parking lot where the vehicle was located, the driver and his pals fled, initiating a high-speed vehicle pursuit down I-20. Ultimately, the 6.2-liter V8-powered muscle car proved too much. Trooper Ennis terminated the pursuit due to increasing risk to public safety. Later the same day, officers located the Challenger. The driver was not present at the scene, but the vehicle was towed and impounded. Investigators believed it was stolen, suggesting the suspect had little concern for the vehicle itself. On August 24, 2024, officers responded to a reported home invasion at a residence in Cranston, Rhode Island. The homeowner reported that 2 armed, masked male suspects forced entry through an unlocked door and demanded the keys to the homeowner's sports cars, a blue Ferrari and a Corvette. Despite having access to both vehicles, the suspects only took the Ferrari 488. A high-performance supercar powered by a twin-turbocharged 3.9-liter V8 engine, delivering 661 horsepower and capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. Subsequent multi-jurisdictional pursuit efforts involving law enforcement agencies in Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New York were initiated. However, the suspects evaded apprehension every single time, as regular patrol vehicles were unable to match the speed of the stolen Ferrari. But then on August 27th, law enforcement officers in Palm Coast, Florida, located the stolen Ferrari and initiated a high-speed pursuit. During the pursuit, officers lost visual contact with the suspect vehicle, but subsequent investigative efforts identified the driver as 19-year-old Jonathan Costa. Detectives determined that Costa had an associate residing on Royal Palm Lane in Palm Coast. A perimeter was established around the residence, and shortly thereafter, the stolen vehicle was located parked behind the associate's property. With no further avenues for escape, Jonathan Costa surrendered to Florida law enforcement without incident. It is believed he was subsequently extradited to Rhode Island, where he was formally charged with entering a dwelling with felonious intent, using a firearm when committing a crime of violence, and multiple counts of fleeing and eluding law enforcement. Further investigation by Cranston police determined that Costa and his accomplice, 18-year-old Logan Slezak, were aware of the location where the vehicle keys were kept. Despite demanding the keys during the incident, this information led investigators to believe that one or both suspects had been inside the residence prior to the robbery. On November 26, 2022, in the early morning hours, Arkansas State Trooper Spencer Morris was positioned along a highway conducting stationary patrol when he observed an orange muscle car traveling at a recorded speed of 109 miles per hour. Trooper Morris initiated pursuit and reached speeds in excess of 130 miles per hour in an effort to close the distance with the suspect vehicle. Once Trooper Morris successfully closed the distance, we were then able to learn the muscle car in question. It was a 2019 Chevrolet Camaro SS. Under the hood lies a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter LT1 V8, unleashing 455 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque, paired with either a 6-speed manual or a 10-speed automatic transmission. The Camaro SS is capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 4 seconds, making it a formidable vehicle in any pursuit scenario. Due to the high-performance engine of the Camaro and the semi-limited civilian traffic on the highway, the suspect vehicle was able to accelerate, traveling at least more than twice the speed limit and recklessly weaving through civilian vehicles, including passing a pair of 18-wheelers on the hard shoulder. As the Camaro continued its high-speed flight, the pursuit approached a major bridge spanning the state line. Trooper Spencer Morris maintained a close distance, but it quickly became clear the vehicle was entering a different jurisdiction. On the far side of the bridge lay Memphis, Tennessee, where the Arkansas State Patrol no longer had legal authority to continue the chase. Despite his efforts to keep the Camaro in sight, its speed and the jurisdictional boundary made the pursuit a challenge to continue. Ultimately, Trooper Morris was forced to call off the high-speed chase, allowing the Camaro to evade capture. Coordination with Tennessee law enforcement would have been required to attempt to locate the vehicle, but for the moment, the suspect successfully escaped. On General Motors' chessboard, the Corvette reigns as the ultimate queen, fast, powerful, and untouchable. The C7 Corvette, produced from 2014 to 2019, is the seventh generation of the Chevrolet Corvette. It boasts a 6.2-liter LT4 V8 as its beating heart. With a lightweight chassis, this vehicle is capable of 0 to 60 in just under 3 seconds. With this much performance under anyone's right foot, the owner decided to give Arkansas State Trooper Caleb Peavehouse a short but educational lesson on how fast these things can really go.
Good. I'm at the Circle K here on C71.
Give me 21 when you get the train.
Schneider, Schmidt, 1037.
33.
Eastbound on 0, coming up to Old Greenwood.
40, sound 0.
Light traffic. I've still got him inside, so he's going probably 140 bucks. I'm at a Wilbur Street.
I'm coming. I'm about to take 0.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll catch the speed, so traveling at higher rate of speed. He said we got more horsepower than me.
Please go east southbound 0.
Yeah, I think I still see him up there. He's probably approaching Mazard.
10-4, realize I didn't get her from 128.
I think he's southbound Mazard.
10-4 southbound on Mazard.
In the space of a minute and 48 seconds, the Corvette had dusted, bamboozled, and damn outright smoked Trooper Peavehouse's cruiser. Unless someone radioed in the suspect's movements, he'd have no way of knowing whether the Corvette had turned off or vanished into the distance. Trooper Peavehouse tries to anticipate where the Corvette would have gone, but he was fighting a losing battle. He was ultimately pursuing a machine that might as well have been a ghost on wheels. Off camera, more units joined the chase, fanning out and sweeping the nearby area in a coordinated search. Officers were never able to locate the vehicle, and although Peavehouse had gotten the suspect's tag number, it was a temporary Oklahoma tag, which means it could have been fake or changed by now. In the end, this one goes up on the scoreboard: Corvette 1, cops 0. On October 29, 2022, Arkansas State Trooper Nathan Williams observed 3 high-performance muscle cars traveling eastbound on the highway at high speed. The vehicles were identified as 2 Dodge Challengers and a Mustang GT. They were engaged in an unlawful street race, but due to the circumstances and the inability to safely conduct a traffic stop on all 3 vehicles, Trooper Williams maintains a discreet following distance, utilizing the dark of night to remain undetected. He continued surveillance until he obtained all 3 of the suspect's license plate details. It is unknown whether the suspects were aware that Trooper Williams had been following them, but with their tag numbers obtained, Trooper Williams lights them up in an attempt to initiate a traffic stop on at least one of the vehicles. The black vehicle appeared to comply while the white vehicle accelerated away, disregarding the signal to stop. Trooper Williams accelerated to a recorded speed of approximately 140 miles per hour in an attempt to close the distance with the suspect vehicle. Despite this, the suspect continued to gain distance. The vehicle's speed and performance capabilities ultimately allowed it to evade visual contact and disappear from sight. Although Trooper Williams lost visual contact with the suspect vehicle, he had already successfully obtained the license plate information. This information allowed law enforcement to locate the vehicle at a nearby apartment complex. Trooper Williams, accompanied by additional officers, arrived at the location to apprehend the suspect and facilitate the impoundment of the Challenger.
A lot faster than mine, so
created a big gap on me. And then when he took the Maumelle exit, he about killed himself.
My supervisor's like, hey, you scanning? Well, I saw y'all go by. I was sitting at McDonald's, and so I saw y'all go by, and he's like, hey, they just got off Maumelle exit. I'm like, well, I'm at Morgan. Like, nobody's got off. And so I got off at White Oak, and one of our officers says, hey, there's a matte color Charger going the wrong way on the on-ramp. And so I was like, dude, I'm right here. Where is it? And then our sergeant's like, hey, he just passed me doing like 90.
Yeah.
And so he ducked off the first spot.
Well, the license plate doesn't match, so it's going to sit in tow until he... Let me know who he is.
On March 27, 2022, Georgia State Patrol Trooper Swain observed a silver sedan traveling at 108 miles per hour in a posted 65 miles per hour zone. Trooper Swain positioned his patrol vehicle behind in pursuit of the suspect vehicle. The vehicle in question was identified as a 2015 BMW M6 Grand Coupe. This high-performance luxury Grand Tourer is equipped with a 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 producing 560 of the finest German horsepowers and 500 pound-feet of torque, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 in approximately 4.1 seconds. The BMW exited the highway, seemingly looking like he was ready to comply by pulling onto the exit ramp. The suspect vehicle was later determined to be carrying 2 female passengers. However, it was unknown if responding officers were aware of the additional occupants at the time. Upon engagement, the suspect accelerated rapidly and began making aggressive lane changes between civilian vehicles on the interstate, reaching speeds in excess of 150 miles per hour. Up to this point, the pursuit remained on Highway I-75, a major roadway traveling northwest from Midtown Atlanta. Without apparent cause, the suspect then exited the interstate and proceeded into the city limits.
Clearly up there.
Right on 17th Street, still there. Don't go there, one might lose.
17th Street, never going down.
Back down, Rattle Spring, to Rattle Spring.
Clear left, clear right.
Back toward North Avenue, that hurry speed.
Somebody get south of us. We're coming back up towards the spring, towards the 10th. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear.
The suspect continued to travel at high speed, overtaking multiple civilian vehicles and disregarding multiple red traffic signals. The driver's actions demonstrated a complete disregard for public safety. Due to the escalating risk to motorists and pedestrians, immediate intervention was deemed necessary to terminate the pursuit before serious injury could occur.
me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Once everything calmed down, the arresting officers and the suspect, Deontay, shared a few jokes about their cars. He felt outmatched by the GSP units and their Charger Hellcats.
Well, what? He's gonna kiss you. It's not interstate, me and you. Yeah. Y'all got Hellcats. Them Hellcats. Keep on, man. Don't talk.
The suspect, Deontay, was taken into custody and charged with fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, and speeding. During the incident, he collided with multiple vehicles while losing control of his BMW. No injuries were reported, though it is unclear who would be liable for the damages to the vehicles affected. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.